Libra, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the enemy can't stop you on your journey going up. All the enemy can do is make it hard, make the journey harder, but they can't stop you from going up. And the thing about it is, the enemy knows that they can't stop you. The big message here is, I wonder if you know that the enemy can't stop you. Because the enemy knows all that they can do is delay you. The enemy knows what's yours is yours. And for some of you guys, when I think about the journey, I think about, for some of you guys, there's been seeds planted even in your childhood. So you may still struggle with some of those traumas to this day. And a lot of the times of why we struggle with certain things in our childhood is because the enemy knows what's already destined for you. The enemy already knows what God has for you. And the enemy wants to try to delay you from that victory as long as it can. It cannot stop you. What's yours is yours. And even if in this lifetime you don't necessarily get yours, there's an inheritance that comes to yours. So either way, you will always be winning. But the thing is we forget that the enemy can't stop us. We forget that the only weapon formed against us that can prosper is ourselves. That's the only thing that can stop us from getting what we want. So, this is just a reminder. The enemy can't stop you. The enemy can just make the journey hard. And sometimes, even on the journey, I just hear my ego saying this. Sometimes, even on the journey, when it's harder, the reward is even better. You give yourself even more. You celebrate even harder. So, for some of you guys, if you didn't have certain types of obstacles placed on you, if you didn't have certain enemies and certain things, seeds planted in you, you wouldn't be partying as hard as you're partying. So that also gets me to this other message: work hard, play hard. For some of us, when we get to in our big grown age, we realize that a lot of the obstacles we inflicted on ourselves. A lot of the obstacles, a lot of the people we decided to hang around, a lot of the environments we decided to stay in too long. When we get older, we're like, I could have been left. I could have always done it without them, without the job, without that environment. But it's a certain trial. So it's almost kind of like I could see a hamster on a hamster wheel and just running and running and running and running. And these are the trials and the lessons and the things, and you're running and running and running. It almost kind of reminds me of the rat race that we're all kind of running. And then we kind of get out of line. And when we kind of get out of that line, we go into another hamster wheel. But this hamster wheel has less obstacles because we have a higher level of consciousness. When we run a certain amount of, well, when we learn a certain amount of lessons, we get kicked out of that line. We go into this next hamster wheel. But you know what is the biggest hamster wheel? It's that first thing. It's that first thing that you have to overcome. And it's in many aspects of your life. So while somebody is overcoming this big one, this big first one that has a lot of people, this is a lot of friends. These are the people that you are familiar with, that is on that hamster wheel with you. It's so hard to come up out of that because this is your first time going into the unknown. This is your first time leaving that which feels familiar, but you know it's slowly killing you. This is your first time getting up out of that hamster wheel. So for some people, it may be in career. You may be finding your legs in career. Okay. You may be understanding or realizing different work environments, toxic work environments, striving for the jobs that you don't think you can get, but you're actually qualified for. For some of you guys, it's in business. For some of you guys, you're standing out there on business. And there's a lot of people and there's a lot of reasons you can come up within your mind. That goes to my next point of don't let your thoughts rob you of your destiny. But it's a lot of evidence that you can have to stay there. There's a lot of evidence that can keep us on that hamster wheel. That if we go into the evidence of things, if we go into our thoughts, if we listen to those same people, that's familiar, that's comfortable. Some people been riding this. Some people, it's been generations of on the same hamster wheel. And we see those people. And I kind of always think like, do those people have dreams or are they afraid to dream? It's a difference. It's a difference from a person who has a dream that feel like that they don't even, that, oh wait, it's not for me. I'm not going to be able, it's impossible, to a person that's even afraid to dream. It's a completely different ball game. And we do have so many different reasons of why we can stay on those hamster wheels, why we can stay in that certain level of consciousness, why we can stay there. But as we're rising up out of that. A lot of us, we've overcome so many things over the past years, so many lessons. We've jumped from so many different hamster wheels. And maybe in love, you may be on the first one. But in career, you may be on the third hamster wheel. Okay, and when it comes to family and nurturing and something with your self-love, you may be on the fifth hamster wheel. It depends on where you are in your life, because everything is rolling. The earth is constantly spinning. You're constantly moving. You're constantly in motion. You're constantly moving. So what are you moving towards? Are you moving towards your dreams, or are you moving towards your fears? But I just wanted to give you a reminder that the enemy knows they can't stop you. It's you that doesn't know that the enemy can't stop you. It's you that get fooled by the big old, have you ever seen like a movie, and it's I think they did this a lot on Tom and Jerry. Oh, my age is showing. But I think they did this a lot on Tom and Jerry, where they be sneaking up, and the cartoons back in the day, and the shadow looked so big, and then it's a little mouse. For some of you guys, we getting fooled by the shadow, by the illusion of what is there. The enemy knows that it's so small to you. They're so small to you. The enemy knows that. That's why they have to start planting seeds when you're young, in your childhood. Then you get to your big adult age and you realize that certain things trigger you from your childhood. It's those seeds that still can, and if the enemy can still work off those seeds and delay you and delay you and delay you and delay you and delay you, the enemy's satisfied, because the enemy knows that when it comes to what's destined for you, it can't get in the way of that. So if you ever had somebody, or you ever felt threatened that somebody can possibly get in the way of your abundance, of what is rightfully yours, you are sadly mistaken. And I'm just here to remind you. I'm just here to give you a reminder that the enemy cannot take what is destined for you. The enemy can only delay. Or the enemy can just make the journey hard. For some of you, the enemy can't delay you at all, because for some of you, you have this mentality for you to stay in motion. And I admire you. You have this mentality that I'm gonna get the ball rolling no matter what. I may be breaking apart on the inside, but on the outside, I'm gonna keep on moving. And the enemy can just make your journey hard. But for those of you guys who struggle with procrastination, who struggle with imposter complex, who struggle with all of those things, I'm not saying that you don't get the ball going without all of those things, but sometimes it's hard for some people to get up out the bed. They can only delay you. They can only make you say, well, you know what, I'm not going to do it today. They can't take the gift that's in your belly, your birthiness. The enemy can't get inside your belly and take what it is that you're birthing. So just a reminder, enemy can't stop you. The enemy knows that. We need to stop moving like we know that, okay? That's the message today, all right? And also, before you make I just got this, before you make that idea, before you make that move, take a step back, because you're tripping, okay? Before you make that move, it's something that somebody thinking to do. Maybe it's some type of impulsive behavior. Maybe it's something, before you do it, take a breather, take an hour to yourself. Give yourself a day. Give yourself time. Oprah said one of the best things we can give ourselves is time. One of the best things we can give ourselves is time. Give yourself time to take a step back and look at the situation before you react. You got all the time in the world. What are we rushing life for? The end of life is death. What are we rushing to the grave for? You got all the time in the world. Take a step back. There's something that you're possibly pondering on doing, saying, reacting in a certain type of way that you just need to take a step back. All right, let's see. What do we have for Libra today? All right, coming right on out. My confidence improves with each passing day. Let's say that together 4 times. My confidence improves with each passing day. 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 It says, I am most confident when blank. Why is this important? And then I suddenly hear Ayanla saying, you matter. It matters. How you feel matters. The fact that you feel like $1,000,000 when your hair is done, when you got on that nice outfit, when you wear your favorite perfume, it matters. There's something that matters. When you go to your favorite breakfast spot, when you just get out the house, when you go into nature, the fact that you feel the most confident when you do these little things matters. And it matters, so it's like an antenna, or like I'm thinking like a bell being rung. And it's like your higher self saying, ding, 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 do more of this. Eat more of that. Talk to more of them. Watch more of this. It's like your go here more often. Eat here more often. Do your hair like this more often. Wear this more often. It's something like your higher self that's just turning a light on. Like, you see how good you feel when you do this? You see how good you feel when you hear this? You see how good you feel when you're around this person? There's a need for you to be around, or to understand, or to tune into what makes you feel more confident. And there's a need for you to know it. For some of us, we don't even know. We don't know. We asleep half the time. Here to wake y'all up, okay? Let's see. What's in the blessing bag for us? Come on now. All right, make a wish because it will come true. Make a wish because it will come true. Some of you guys are having good time spent alone. Like when I tell you I haven't had this much fun alone in a long time, and I know there's some people out there that can relate, like it hit different. Like it hit different like this time. Like I used to be worried about having FOMO, the fear of missing out. But it just hits different when you like you. A lot of people can't sit with themselves because a lot of people don't like themselves. But when you like you, when you can just sit with yourself and spend some good time with yourself, I be here cracking up. Be here singing, dancing, cooking, drawing, writing, face mask, okay? Everything. Just in here having a good old time with myself, praying, relaxing. Somebody is having a really, really good time, spending a really, really good amount of time by themselves. And it's really, really good. We need that. Relationships are important, and the most important relationship, this is the longest relationship you'll ever be in, is the relationship with yourself. The longest commitment you'll ever be in is the commitment that you make to yourself. Let's see. You got the bouquet of flowers. Make a wish. What do you want? Some of you guys whose birthdays hasn't came up, whose birthday is today, it's not late for you to make a wish, even if your birthday passed. Hell, you could be another sign and you have a Libra placement somewhere else. Still make a wish. Make a wish because it's going to come true. It will come true. This is for the people I talked about, y'all, that's afraid to dream. Afraid to even wish it. Afraid to even think it. Afraid to even dream about it. It's in your own head. You can do whatever. It's time for you to tap into that inner child. Your inner child, you couldn't tell your inner child anything. We knew those little kids who act like action figures, who wanted to be Batman when they grew up. You know, people, they swore they was invisible. That was me. I swore when I just closed my eyes, you could not see me. And my mother used to be like, what are you doing, girl? I'm like, you can see me? She's like, yes, I can see you. And I'm like, hold on, let me try it harder. You couldn't tell me nothing. Get into your imagination. Get into your imagination, okay? Um, let's see. What do we have? Might want to talk to your shadow today. Might want to see how your shadow is feeling. Might want to validate your shadow. Your shadow roars up off of, oh yeah, for somebody, someone's getting triggered. There's an action, a malicious action that's triggering your shadow. Maybe you didn't deal with it. Maybe you smiled it over. Maybe you said, you know what? I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going. Your shadow feels violated. Like, let me handle this. Let me take him. Let me say it. I need to go into those moments for some of you guys. Okay. What is the tarot energy of the day? It is the Page of Cups. And a child is out here. Wishes, dreams, puppy love, falling in love, imaginations, dreaming. And you got the big child here. The Fool card. Believing in magic. Something feels like a dream. Something feels like it's so far away from you. You have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Something feels so far away from you. Something feels like it can't happen. For some of you guys, you've never seen it happen. For some of you guys, it hasn't even happened yet. You've never seen it happen to a person that looks like you, speaks like you, acts like you, think like you. And it almost seems like too good to be true. But I feel the energy is you leaning into it today. You're going to lean into it today. All right, let's get into, I want to go into the Fortune Oracle for the first half of the reading. Get into the Fortune Oracle. All right, what messages do we have? Okay, we got the Lovers. The Lovers coming out. Got the Unicorn for career, success, hope. Like, this is that wish. Some of you guys, you're not going to be able to believe it when it comes to fruition for you in career. All right, you have the Eagle. There's a need for you to soar towards your destiny, rise above in order to get to your destiny when it comes to your relationships, close relationships. There's also a need for you to take a step back, look at the bigger picture in order for you to gain clarity on something. There's a need for you to back up a little bit, pause, get a higher perspective, look at something from a higher view, step outside of yourself for a minute. That's the hardest place to step outside of yourself in those close relationships, because everybody wants their feelings validated, and everybody wants to be heard and seen. So it's kind of hard to step out of me, and I feel, and I want, instead of looking at the bigger picture, instead of looking at the relationship as a whole, stepping outside of yourself. Sometimes when we step outside of ourselves, we feel like we're not honoring ourselves, or we're not, standing up for ourselves. It puts us in an uncomfortable position. But You will soar towards your destiny because you have the ego. You're seeing something from a bird's eye view, from up high. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, there's some marriage coming. Somebody's about to get married. Somebody is about to get married here. All right. Oh, this is the message from God. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. And the fires here is let something burn. Something is over with. It's over and done with. Let go of the effects of the past, the pain from the past, so you can embrace the renewal of the present. Newness is coming towards you. Embrace it. Don't taint it. Got the angel here. The angels are guiding you. Angel is going to come to you. Your angels are coming towards you. Your angels is going to come to you. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. You're going to feel your angels. You're going to have some type of angelic experiences. Let's see. And the overall message is thorns. The thorns are weathering the challenges ahead will bring a new and positive future. Weathering some challenges. Getting through it. Something is not for the faint. This is not for the person who crumbles and breaks at the sight of challenges. This is for the warriors. The one who's willing to go through the fire, go through the valley to get to the mountaintop. A mountain is just made up of valleys. So a lot of us, we want to be at the top of the mountain so we can scream, I'm the king of the world. But a lot of people, most people aren't willing to go through the valleys it takes to get there. And for some of you guys, the valleys that it takes to get there is that hamster wheel. And it's you learning from that hamster wheel and going to another hamster wheel. I seen something, Redman posted, this was like years ago, and it always just plays in my head. When we get through another obstacle, when we win a test, okay? We pass a test. Our reward is another obstacle. How you know you passed the test? Okay, another obstacle. You keep getting the same obstacle in front of you. That is something that you're not seeing some type of pattern. You get through this and you're like, okay, where the hell did this obstacle come through? Congratulations, you passed this obstacle. Now you got another one. Life, okay? It's life. What could I say? I'm going into... Yeah, let's go see what the ancestors are saying today. Got the angels coming out. Let's see what the ancestors want to say to us. If anything resonates, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Tell me more about the lovers. All right, you're focused on love, or there are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. Follow your heart. For some of you guys, this is some type of marriage or some type of something is destined. It's a destined union. All right, drop your shields. Protection guardian. There's a love that's protected. Oh. For some of you guys, you're going to a new state of consciousness when it comes to functional relationships. A lot of us, we have comfort in dysfunction, so what's functional seems uncomfortable at first. A lot of us like to call it boring. Need some excitement, right? Somebody has very, very peaceful energy. Also, there's a person who's around you that you may not even like what they're saying to you. But whatever they're saying to you is supposed to strike a nerve because it's stretching you to grow. You know that information that makes you feel uncomfortable because it's a part of you that's deep, 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 deep down. It's like, they right. Damn, they see me. It's uncomfortable when the person sees you and they can see, why are you doing that? Or a person, have you ever had a person tell you, like, I've noticed that you do this. And it's so uncomfortable because it's like, damn, that's what relationships are for. A lot of us, we don't want to hear it. So we just, say that they're haters or they're this or they're toxic or we label them. So a lot of us, we don't want to hear it. Some people do be, but we talking about good information. You can drop your shields down with this person. You can take your guard off with this person. It almost feels like this angel is saying, I come in peace. Like somebody comes in peace. Somebody comes with the best intentions. Also, there's some type of healing information that they have for you that may be uncomfortable depending on your accountability level. Oh, we're getting a little deep here. Depending on how accountable you are, you may not want to hear it, but you're going to take heed to it either sooner or later. And you'll remember that person was the first person or one of the ones that told you. Or you remember, I got so mad when that person said, it triggered so much when that person said blah, blah, blah. Well, why? Is it accurate? There's a need for you to drop your shields and let a person come in. There are two paths to choose, though. Yeah, because ultimately the choice is ours. Tell me more about the unicorn. Ultimately, the choice is ours. Oh, harnessing mystic powers. The high priestess is here in the career. You've harnessed your power. You have your power in your possession. And you're holding the space. For some of you guys, you are learning from great teachers. Also, your discernment when it comes to career is going to be really, really good. For some of you guys, there's been an obstacle in career that you finally harnessed your power and you're moving to the next level. This is telling you you're moving to the next level. Whereas it comes from in love, you have a choice to either listen, to drop your shields, or not. But it's going to keep on moving. But in career, you have harnessed this and you are moving to the next level. When it comes to career, you have a choice now. There's a need for you to show up in every room that you go in, especially if it has something to do with career, with your light on high beam, triple beam, all the way up bright, very, very bright. Like when I turn my ring light on, sometimes I crank it all the way up to the part where you feel like this is a little too bright, but it's not too bright. There's a need for you to shine your light in the room. You are the lady. This is like the Empress card. Enjoy your growth and reap your rewards for your hard work. A part of this work and career was for you harnessing your power, for you understanding, for you taking hold of your power. For some of you guys, you had to take your power back. Somebody could have made you feel inferior when it comes to career, or you could have been afraid to dream for yourself or to reach for the stars. Now you have that power. So good job. Good job. Tell me more about the eagle. Got the shaman. The shaman is coming out. Trust in higher forces. In relationships, something is telling you to commit to something. Something is telling you this is something that you really, really want. But something is also telling you to step out of yourself and look at something from a whole. Also, there's a need for you to step in another person's shoes. The shaman comes with the clock. It's divine timing. Something is divine in your life. You're shedding old skin in relationship too. So you are soaring up higher. And for some of you guys, soaring up higher means trusting in a higher force. It means stepping outside of yourself, getting out of your feelings, getting out of your emotions, and just trusting. Some of you may hear bells. Been getting downloads about trumpets, bells, sounds. Tell me more about, you may even hear your name. Tell me more about marriage. Oh, love and let yourself be loved. Some of you guys, you have this comfy space when it comes to love. And this doesn't have to be on a romantic level. You have this comfy space when it comes to love. This union is getting better. You have the heart guardian here. Listen to your heart. Let the heart guard your steps. If you ain't going to let the heart come out in career or not, you can at least let the heart come out in love. Why are we thinking through love? We can at least let the heart come out where the heart's supposed to be beating at. Let the heart come on out in love if you're going to be, mind guided or, information guided and everywhere else. How about you let your heart come out when it comes to love? For some of you guys, it's not even the love part. Because some of you guys know how to do that. It's letting yourself be loved. It's falling back into a person's arms. It's letting yourself be held. Tell me more about fire. Oh, stand your ground. Look, we talked about the mountain. We talked about the mountain. This is you reaching the mountain top. But you know how you will get the mountain top confused for a valley? If you taint it with the past, with the hurt from the past, with the fears from the past, that the mountaintop, that the abundance, that the cornucopia, it will look like a drought. You won't be able to sit in it. You won't be able to lie down peacefully in it. You'll still be working. You'll still be doubting. You won't trust that it's yours. You won't trust that you're really there. You won't trust that this is even high up. There's a need for you to stand your ground. You got the hunter. You are the hunter. So you're very, very determined. There's some type of intuitive messages coming with this new moon. I'm pretty sure you probably can feel it. Make plans and focus. For some of you guys, you need a plan. Okay? And surround yourself with peaceful energy. All right? Tell me more about angel. Oh, the earth mother is coming to you. Your angel is coming to you to give you love, to make you feel comforted. The earth mama. I like to call myself a earth mama. Shedding old skin. You got the snake here. Shedding old skin, becoming new. Some of you guys are becoming new, becoming a new person. Some of you guys, you're not arguing anymore. I feel like for some of you guys, you already wrote this down. Like you wrote it down somewhere. You affirmed it somewhere. You committed yourself. I'm not arguing anymore. I'm letting go of the need to be right. I'm embracing the energy of peace in my life. Peace feels good in my life. The Earth Mother is coming towards you, and the Earth Mother is coming with gifts. The Earth Mama is coming to you with gifts, with rewards, with blessings. You're going to see your seeds grow. It's going to feel like spring. I know it's getting cold out here, but it's going to feel like spring, okay? Tell me more about you. Also, spring, I'm thinking new growth. Somebody's hair is growing too. New growth, hair, nails, skin is glowing. Somebody's taking care of their body, taking care of their insides. One of the things that my brother told me, he said you can always tell when a person is taking care of themselves, their skin, their hair, their nails, their teeth. Somebody has this new growth, and the mama is coming to protect this new growth. I feel like somebody needs comfort because it may feel very, very uncomfortable out here without that old skin, because that old skin was a layer of protection. It almost reminds me, one of the things I like to do, I haven't watched it in a while, but now that I'm thinking about it, I may have to click it on. But one of the things I used to watch was My 600-Pound Life. Don't judge me, okay? And I'd be crying and everything with him. But but I used to watch My 600-Pound Life, and one of the things that makes people gain a lot of weight is they don't feel protected. So you put on that barrier of weight as a layer of protection. A lot of people can link those like morbidly obese people to abuse or childhood trauma that happened that made them feel like that they had to take matters into their own hands and protect themselves or soothe themselves in a certain type of way. And I do feel like the Earth Mama is coming here to hold you, to hug you. So if you feel like the universe is giving you a hug, just rest in it for a minute. Tell me more about thorns. You got the warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. This is the overall messages. You are weathering the challenges ahead to bring in a new and a positive future. This is what the challenges are here for you to bring in a new and positive future. Be fearless and stand strong. Got the Sky Father here. Got God all over this, okay? Be fearless and stand strong. Okay, so let's go into your angel messages. That felt like a quick read, but watch, it probably wasn't. The third eye chakra is activated. You are profoundly clairvoyant. You have Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. All right, Libra, that is your morning inspo. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.